Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the live broadcast, Don't Wait to Be Great. I am your host, Mr. Derrick Forston.
And I'm Shay Forston.
And all we do is show people how to start their own independent living facility. So we're super excited about that. Today is Tuesday. Today is a great day to be alive. We won't be before you guys long today. We always say that and we end up here for hours. But
right.
Today we're going to try not to do that. So again, we're going to try to just be really quick today. But again, if you're new to us and have no clue who we are just very simple people, right? We love God, we love people, and we love real estate. And we've learned to merge that all together to form what we call today independent living facilities. Correct. So again, these are not group homes. These are not ALFs, assisted living facilities. These are not IDDs. All of those require a license, and all of those have their own place. So not that we shun them or we talk bad about them. We just talk about this model is what we call the right now model. There is no waiting to get into this. There is no license. There is no $30,000 sprinkler system. Correct. And again, most importantly, you don't have to own the property. So guys, I'll never forget, man, I used to be a social worker making 28 grand a year. And God allowed me to see a lady that was making 41 grand a month, housing people in rats and roaches. Shay, bless the people real quick.
Listen, we've been going all day. We are always wanting you to bring your questions to us here on the platform so we can answer those questions for you live and in real time. This is like your coaching, right? This is your personal coaching hour of being able to get information from Forston Consultants while we divulge that information to you all here on our YouTube channel. And again, I'm Shay Forston, president and founder of the Angela Denise Foundation, 501c3 nonprofit organization that takes women from homeless to hopeful, utilizing the independent living facility model that we've coined, trademarked here at Forston Consultants. Again, we are super excited to be able to share what we know, how long we've been in this game, doing this, since 2018. Derrick has been traversing this land since like 2018 and from a social worker standpoint into the housing standpoint, and now fully engulfed in coaching, consulting, and housing individuals in the ILF model. We are just excited. We're just really laid back. So bring your questions. So Derrick, back to you.
So I just want to take a quick temperature of the room. Is there anybody here that's completely new to us? Anybody that's completely new to the ILF model? Mm-hmm. Right? So I'm going to just take my time today, right? I'm in no rush. Is this something that y'all have all prayed for, or something that you've always wanted to do? Or am I kind of by myself in this, in terms of Shay and I, the only ones in this room that always wanted to help people, get involved in real estate, but also do the will of God? Are you some of the same kind of people?
I got some me's and some yeses.
Do you guys love God, love people, and love real estate? And then also my people that are on TikTok or anywhere else to where you can only hear me and Shay. We want you guys to come over to the YouTube channel because we're going to be super laid back today. And I want to just do some kind of almost one-on-one conversations. Because anybody that's new to us, I always like to slow it down and just to show you guys where this vision came from. Mm-hmm. So I'm no rocket science. I'm no genius. In fact, guys, I barely finished high school. And thank God for me, I had a great wife who tricked me. I jokingly say that, but Shay tricked me to go to college, y'all, because that was not my plan. That's where I saw the vision for what I was going to eventually do for the rest of my life. God allowed me to see a lady making 41 grand a month, housing people in rats and roaches.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show a lot of pictures tonight. Right now, TikTok family, I got a picture on screen already. But literally what you guys are going to see, I saw a lady doing the same thing, y'all. And Miss V, can you imagine making 40 grand a month? I don't know where you work at. I don't know what any of you all do right now. But I always kind of put it back on me because I never want to be an insult to anybody or be ignorant. But y'all, I was making 28 grand a year. I couldn't imagine making 40 grand a month. And when God showed me that lady, he was like, Derrick, I'll never teach you how to do this, bro, but look at what I make doing it. Sweet tea, that lady opened up her phone and said, Derrick, look at what I make doing it. She went boop, 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 boop. And she showed me her phone. And I'll never forget that day, y'all, because to me, that was like the beginning of everything. Because as I nearly fainted when she showed me those numbers, I was like, oh, my God, I got to get in this. If you make 41 grand a month, housing people in rats and roaches, I said to myself, can you imagine what's going to happen to my life if I do this the right way? Because, y'all, these are God's people. And one day we're going to be held accountable for how we treated them. So the devil is a liar that we going to make this kind of money and pray God to change our life, and then we mistreat the people that he entrusts us with. So I'm no pastor, I'm no priest, I'm no bishop, but you will hear Shay and I talk about a lot about the love of God and mixing it with real estate.
Yeah.
So if you have our one-on-one coaching, you're like Miss Shoshana. Shoshana was just like most of y'all that just was praying to God to change your life, and you were scrolling through TikTok and Instagram, and here I go pop up right in your face.
Just running
my big mouth. But that was your prayer and my prayer merging together. Shay and I pray every night that God, we want to find like-minded people that's got your heart, God, not Derrick and Shay's heart. God, we want to find people that got your heart that want to do this, that want to change their life, their city, and their family's trajectory when it comes to their finances.
Exactly.
Guys, it's hard to do God's will sometimes if you don't got the money to do it. It takes money to run the kingdom. On this side of heaven, lights and water cost money. Gas bills cost money. So make no mistake about it, guys. You need to make money to move the hand of some things.
Yeah.
Right? So that's kind of my little intro spiel. I'm going to give it back to Shay.
So I have some questions, though. I want to kind of throw some questions at you in regards to some of the stumbling blocks. I think we talk a lot about, where we are now, but talk to everyone about some of the stumbling blocks that you faced early on entering into this space, right? You started out as a social worker, case manager, discharge planner. You had all of those roles within a mental health hospital. But what were the stumbling blocks that you faced in the interim of getting started?
My first initial stumbling block, Shay, was like a lot of people that are here. They're trying to learn this, but nobody won't share it. So I've been seeing this new word that people use called gatekeeping. Do you guys know what gatekeeping is?
Yeah.
Because I'll admit, when I first saw it, I didn't really know what that meant. But that means when people have the information, but they keep it all for themselves. Now, trust me, I don't see anything wrong with somebody running a business and selling information. But if you know us, we got a whole YouTube channel where we go live every Monday, Tuesday, and Saturday that we call Miss Audrey our complimentary content. Right. One of my coaches taught me that. I didn't come up with that, and I'm not going to steal it. So I'm trying to get away from talking about my free content. It's actually not free because you got to pay. You got to pay attention. So we call it our complimentary content.
I love that.
So, but notice I gave credit to where I got that from.
Yeah.
That didn't come from me, Shay. They come from somebody that I'm learning from that's actually in the same industry, but on a way higher level than I am. I'm not afraid to say that.
Yeah.
Right? You're new to us, and I love that because you're the kind of people that we're always looking for. People that want to get into this, but have no clue where to start it. So, Shay, problem number one, people gatekeeping it, not wanting to share it.
Okay.
Number two was, again, just actually having the belief that I can do this.
Yeah.
Does that make sense too, Shay?
I say mindset. Mindset matters.
That's it.
Mindset matters in the process.
Even though I saw somebody doing it, you always got to imagine yourself doing it. So I saw a lady, Shay, doing this the wrong way. So I just said, why not me?
Okay.
Meaning, get into this and do it the right way.
Right.
Why can't I leave my job to do something that God has called me to? And again, what I love about these so much, again, is no license required. I don't have to own the property.
Right.
But back to Shay's original question, one of those stumbling blocks, and I don't want to go too far. I'll stop right there, Shay, was how do I get this information to even to get started? Who can I talk to? And that's why, because I knew this, I offer a free complimentary content on YouTube, but I also offer a free discovery call once you watch my free webinar.
Yeah. We
filmed a 59-minute webinar that'll change most of y'all life. So if you text the phrase more info, that's MOREINFO, just those two words, more info, to the phone number 407-326-0086. That number is scrolling below right now. Just text more info to that. That's complimentary to you, what people hear from me.
Right.
Shay, you know how many people brag about our free webinar that they get and they learn so much from it? Then we still give you a 15-minute discovery call to see, are we a good fit to work together?
Yeah.
Because we're a good fit for some people, but maybe we're not for others. On you.
Yeah. So, okay. So you talked about that. Those are some of the barriers that you read. What about, because I know a lot of people say they're on a limited income. They're having issues, financially trying to break into this industry. What would you say? Give some tips of how people can be more, financially stable or set to enter this space, like just in general, from coaching to starting up the home. What are some of the things? What are some tips that you can give people for finances? Like, how can they establish themselves financially to move forward into this space?
So for most folks, many years ago, Shay, we never offered financing to get into what we do. We now offer Klarna and Afterpay. But that lady, Shay, she used Klarna. And just last week, she it wasn't in reach. But my team, I think, gave her a scholarship. Wow. So financing was a big way for a lot of people to get into this. Okay. We've also seen people that leverage their 401k. I've seen people leverage business credit. So I've seen ways of how people got into this. So what I like to tell people, Shay, is change your mindset from saying I can't afford it to how can I afford it? Because you open up your mind for more creative ideas to get into it. So if you just say I can't afford it, you close out all options. Right,
because that's the mindset you've now acquired. It's that glass empty, not even half full, not even a quarter. It is completely bone dry empty because you're stating what you don't have instead of saying, you know what, I can afford this and I will make all means to make it happen, whether it's, through like other programs, right? We tell people all the time. So Derrick, I'm going to jump in here as well. How can you get financially stable or set up to start your actual ILF? So I think that's one of the ways that we can help people change that mindset to I don't have it to now let me start implementing the skills I will need in the long run in order to be a successful independent living facility or independent living housing or home owner and operator. It's giving you the foundational aspects to get ready to pursue what you're reaching for, right? And I think that's one way, Derrick, that we can help people transition the thought process of I don't have it to this is my starting point, and I'm going to grow this thing in stages, right? I'm going to start with being a housing referral agent, and then I'm going to go from a housing referral agent by saving all of the money that I get in referrals, because now I've done what? Made the connections in the community. I've made the connections with other housing providers. Now, what I'm going to do is be a source, an asset to them, because there are so many people that, get this information from other sources, or they watch partial videos, or, get the basic information and they take off running. But then their biggest hurdle and obstacle is, how do I fill my houses? They don't take they're not consistent in getting the word out on who they are, what they do. And then they're leaning on other people to fill their beds. Why don't you be the person that they rely on to fill their beds, and you charge them a referral fee, because technically they would have never received that resident without your assistance. So now you're starting step one, which is going to afford you the opportunity to build the relationships. You're now, getting comfortable on the phone. You're getting comfortable doing some portion of assessments. You're implementing that lower tier, or that everyday muscle that needs to be utilized in this model. So again, my way for saying how to acquire the funds for it is start at the entry level and being a housing referral agent. Start there, because it's doing everything except for placing the person in your ILF. Yep. You're doing everything outside of that. You're making the phone calls. You're receiving the phone calls. You're doing the marketing. You're doing everything that's necessary. But the only thing you do not have is a actual asset to house these individuals in. So that's one way of being able to kind of navigate this space on a limited budget with limited income. And you can do all of the marketing yourself. You don't need to have a virtual assistant. We still would help you with the website and all of that stuff, because you want social proof. Yeah, you want social proof. You want people to be able to go online and see that you have a viable entity. They want to see that you have a web presence. They want to see that you have a social media presence. They want to see all of these things. So you want to make sure that you do have the framework in order to get started. But that's the simplest way to enter into this space and be successful, and start from somewhere, right? So let's change the glass from being empty to being almost full. Right? More than halfway full, because you're getting all of the bulk pieces in perspective to get to the house. So Derrick, back on you.
So good stuff. So now if you're new to us, you may have no clue what she just talked about. So many years ago, when we began to teach this thing, God basically said, well, Derrick, what about the people that want to do this, but they can't buy no house or rent one or lease one? Yeah. That's when we developed the HRA. which allows you guys to do exactly what most of us do, but you don't need a house to do it.
Yeah.
It's everything Shay just said. I'm just going to give you the short version of it. So if you've never seen our HRA webinar, guys, please text right now, HRA, just those 3 letters, HRA, to 407-326-0086. That give you a 14-minute webinar that'll change your life.
Right.
And it'll show you how do you get started and don't need the house. You need relationship. Derrick, I don't need the real estate right now. I need relationship.
But I want to explain the why, because every time we do something, know that it's calculated. Everything that we do at Forston Consultants has a reason why behind it. And I'm going to explain that. I would be remiss to bring you into a room. Yes, we're going to educate you. We're going to give you information. You're going to get a true tell-all from 311 Solutions and the Johnson family. You're going to get all of this information. But when you walk away, 90% of what you heard goes in one ear, out the other. If you're not a great note taker, if you're not somebody that absorbs information really good. And now think about this as well. I'm also putting you in the room with other ILF owners and operators who have properties. Why should I not give you the tools that when you walk away from this event, you have a course that is going to show you how to engage with the people that you've connected with that you've networked with at this event to now start implementing what you've learned from this event, alongside with having the tools to walk away with and be able to continue that education process. So again, that is the reason why behind this, because we want to set you up for success, right? You're going to get all of the information that's needed. You're going to get a deep dive into what the ILF model is, how we did it, how 311 Solutions has made it to where they are with their preferred vendors in their city and across, a lot of their state. But being able to see how they function and flow, and again, ask questions, but now you have access to the housing providers in the room.
Good stuff. So for a question in the chat from Miss Cynthia, if I'm understanding you correctly, when you say how do we obtain the forms, if you purchase the either the DIY or either the one-on-one coaching, that stuff will come to you in your portal or email portal. But yep.
So let us know, Miss Cynthia, what did you purchase? When did you purchase? And have you gained access to your course materials? All of our course materials are not released unless you sign your agreement. So as soon as you sign the agreement for access, it will now release those forms and stuff to you, all of the course material.
So right now, what I want to do is kind of go back to that very first question that I asked. Who's here that's new to us? Because I want to just show you guys again where this idea came from idea to implementation. Anybody else either new to us or new to the concept of independent living? Just want to walk you guys down a road with me really quickly. You guys are on TikTok, and you can only see that one set of pictures, like those last two people. Come over to YouTube. Right up top, I spelled my last name is Forston Consultants. That's the name of our YouTube channel. If not, I want to go really quickly and just talk about again. I'm going to pretend that everybody just got here, right? So what is an independent living facility?
Take your time. We are here. And guess what? If you miss it, you will get the replay is always available, but definitely take your time and join us. Forston Consultants.
W. Woods is also new to us. So thank y'all so much. But let's jump into it, right? So right here on screen, I have what is an independent living facility? And it's just simply an environment, guys, where adults are able to live and thrive without the need for staff and or medical oversight.
Correct.
Now, Shay, can you tell the people how you were genius and tell me to trademark this thing?
Yeah, that was just all the Holy Spirit. I'm not even going to take no props for that. Trademarking was definitely something that we needed to do in regards to, this model being Forston Consultants related. So you see a lot of people talking about independent living and stuff like that. I'm sorry, guys, but y'all got cease and desist coming pretty soon. I apologize, but I don't. But we did trademark the training and all of our course material for the independent living facility model, independent living home model. Under the Forston Consultants USPTO trademark registry. So if you go and look, you'll see that the information and all of all of our course material is all trademarked by and copyrighted by USPTO.
Nobody can stop this, because if you love God, love people, and love real estate, this is it. And your first step is texting the phrase
More
info. So MORE INFO to 407
He's gonna get busted out.
0086.
He's gonna get
And it's
busted,
scrolling
yo.
at the bottom of the screen. It's also in the chat on TikTok. So if you are under my one-on-one coaching, even if you just bought it, or if you upgrade it to that $47 a month under the DIY,
Yep.
the lady that covers us and gives us the advice for the insurance of what we do,
Who is able
that is
to
able to do exceedingly, abundantly, above all we can ever ask or think,
according to God's power that worketh in us.
You guys be great, and